See here. How y'all doing?
Welcome to greencardguys.tv. You need to know this. Do not give up on your legal status. Many people fail to respond to RFE.
Can I adjust status even if I dropped out of school? The short answer, yes, it's possible. Let's talk about it. Well, friends, welcome to Green Card Guys TV. I'm your host, John Ting, helping you solve your immigration problem, maybe even preventing it from happening in the first place. Now, here's a couple housekeeping things that you need to know. If you're new to the channel, welcome again. Subscribe down below. Click the plus sign to follow, or you know what to do. Subscribe, follow, and share the video, because apparently that helps our algorithm. We greatly appreciate it, because I come out here live every day to share tips and answer any questions as best as I can. Okay. And also, if you do have questions, even if it's just one question, and we can help you point in the right direction, or even if we can offer you and email you a free guide at no cost to you, answering common questions and a step-by-step, we're happy to do that, because maybe you don't even need a consultation for some advice. And the deal is, you got to give us a call. All right. The number right up there. If you're on YouTube, you can see it, or Facebook, you can see it. 720-740-4247. And you can call in, or let's say you just a little shy, you want to answer some questions on a form later on our website, you can go to freevisaquiz.com or greencardguys.com. All right, click on contact us, and our cares team specialists, one of them will call you within 24 hours of a business day. So no, they definitely don't call on a Sunday. We're all taking a break. We got to take some kind of break on the now that we're finally done with the pandemic. So, hey, hope you all doing great. It's Thursday. Weather's pretty decent here in Houston, Texas. And I'm going live on multiple channels. It's kind of nuts. If you asked me a year ago if I was going to go live on TikTok, I'd probably say you crazy. So, but we're happy to be here, happy to share information. I consider sharing Know Your Rights. So again, the question today is, can I adjust status in the United States if I drop out of school? And when I mean drop out of school, meaning for specifically someone is here on a student visa. Student visa. This is actually very common and similar to folks who maybe enter on a J1 visa or H1B, and later on in life, or even if it's a visitor visa, that's also a non-immigrant visa. And later in life, you consider to get married, and it just so happened that person's a U.S. citizen or even a resident of the United States, then there's pathways to sponsor. Now, of course, I recommend that the resident become a citizen, because that allows the beneficiary, foreign national, to waive any unlawful presence, okay, during that meantime, okay, assuming you entered last entry with a visa. Okay, because you do come across a situation where, the red flag situation, a problem where people have actually done this, that the sponsor is a resident. Bless their heart, they're really concerned about the civics exam and the English exam. We have like practice quizzes we can help you with, flashcards. But the consequence in filing, having a resident file for you, yes, you can do that. But the government's not going to stop you from paying the fees, the wrong form. They're not going to stop you from filing the wrong form, right? Because if you got to file a new form, you got to pay the fees again. Congress does not have a line item for a budget for USCIS. They depend on your fees, so they're not going to stop you, okay? They're not going to reject it and say, here's your money back. You filed the wrong form. You're actually doing them a favor by filing the wrong form. You just pay more money. So that's why we're on this channel. Another reason to let you know what the proper situation is, on what scenario to file. So anyways, this legal reason to deny someone who's been sponsored by a resident and you file the 485 application is failure to maintain status. Okay. Some people think, oh, does filing the 485 application mean I have some kind of status? No, still no status. There is no quasi status, nothing like that. Okay. Even though some people believe that for some reason, it's okay. Got some information mixed up from the blogs, I don't know, internet search. It's kind of interesting. I have two little kids, and I tell a doctor, yeah, I did a little internet search, but I'm here to verify. Okay. Search and verify is what I call it. Of course, y'all are going to search things online, social media like this, and Google, Bing, whatever you call it. But you need to verify with an attorney one-on-one, mano a mano. You want to make sure that whatever I've shared or another attorney has shared, that it's for your situation. Of course, if it's to benefit you, you want to make sure, because everyone, it's too easy to share advice, right? It's easy for us, but we don't know your exact situation. So please, welcome to, hey, Patricia, nice to see you. Didn't know you had TikTok. Nice to see you. So yeah, if you have a question, you're welcome to drop it in the comment section and let me know your question, or just share your experience. We greatly appreciate it. Let's see what else to share with you. But in terms of dropping out of school, for example, I do remember at least one client in the past went to the interview, and the officer actually asked, hey, I see you went to school. You had an F1 visa. Did you, what happened with that? And I thought that question was, ridiculous. Didn't have any bearing on the current case of marriage, green card. But this is what the government officer is trying to do. They're trying to see if you're going to confess something on accident and say, oh yeah, I applied for school, but I dropped out after one semester or during the same first semester. Yeah, I might not want to say that. I mean, still could get status, but or someone says like, yeah, I came out of F1 visa, but I never actually attended school. But the key thing they're looking at is it a legitimate school, which is kind of strange, because universities have to go through the system to get vetted through the USCIS system, and even in the fraudulent schools still are able to get through that system. So at the end of the day, it's not the applicant's fault or the student, it's the government at the end of the day. So but anyway, this is a scenario where you want, another reason why I hire lawyers, so you can be prepared for these kind of questions, even though we think they're not relevant, but of course to officer, they're very relevant. They want to get you in a way to you can accidentally lie or misrepresent. And even if you think everything's okay, not nonchalant, like it's no big deal, it's still good to talk to a lawyer about it, your immigration history. All right, folks. So yes, you can adjust status. Now, if you're saying, so what the situation I was just talking about was about family-based, right? The typical one is about marriage. Not everyone wants to get married. I completely get it. Definitely understand. So then people wonder about employment-based, right? So there is a law called, in the section of Immigration Nationality Law Act 245K, allows you to have no status for 180 days. So essentially 180 days is the same thing as the time period, or 180 days or more. If you're here with unlawful presence, then you have to apply for a waiver. But if you're here for 180 days or less without status, maybe because of a gap, maybe your job terminated you, fired you, and so right around the time, but they still had sponsored you. In that kind of scenario, wouldn't make sense, because that company would be the one sponsoring you, right? So, but this could mean in the past, and somehow you got status now, but you have 180 days. So a lot of people who have filed for asylum have asked me this question. Well, I see this law 245K. I filed my application in time, or asylum application timely. It stops unlawful presence. So you have a less than 180 days unlawful presence. But again, when it comes down to the 485 application filing here in the United States, they're going to deny you because of failure to maintain status. Because failure to maintain status is a different legal concept than unlawful presence. Kind of similar, but different. Okay, so hopefully that helps. By the way, folks, if you are live on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, please smash the hearts, the live, the screen. I guess on TikTok, you just click the screen for likes. We greatly appreciate it, because I can share our video to others. Doesn't cost you anything, just a couple taps. All right. Let's see here. I do see some questions. Love it. Appreciate it. Anna Marie looks like commented earlier last night. Your question is it usual to send off 2 sets of packages to USCIS the same time by priority mail and only get back receipt for one set within 9 days, but no receipt for the next package. Yeah, it's USCIS mailroom is wonky. So just because you get one set earlier than another, can't really explain that to you. I never worked in the mailroom for USCIS, but I know it's wonky. They're not efficient. So, but I wonder why you sent 2 packages. That's my question. But I don't think you're on right now. Okay, Chiku, you welcome back. Your question is, your interview is coming up for VAWA green card. You want to know which type they're at. What kind of questions you're going to ask? Okay, I can't cover that in this live show today, but you're welcome to set up a consultation. Okay, something like that. It'd be we'd probably offer you a free guide. But if you want a practice session, you probably have to pay for you will have to pay for a paid consultation. But anything, number one, anything on the application. Okay. And any prior application you had that you filed for USCIS or Department of State online, check that. Okay. Because they're checking it. They want to make sure if you've lied before or not. And it could be as quote unquote as simple as check marking married instead of single, even though you weren't married. So that's one good example that the USCIS or any immigration officer looks at first. Okay. And should you bring photos with your visa to show bona fide? Well, the I-360 is supposed to go through all that in terms of bona fides, marriage. I'm always all about preparation. I learned the 3 Ps in law school. So you should do the same for your interview. Bring all the evidence, but just have it ready. What I would not do is just dump the folder in front of the officer's face. They don't have time for that. First of all, you want to make it as easy for them to make a decision. So just like tossing, of course you're going to toss the information, but my point is don't just give them a folder without them asking for specific information. Now, of course, yours is a visa interview, you're abroad, in general, they tend to delay applicants, unfortunately, after the interview and give like a 221G. So even if you're prepared and you have everything and you ask them at the end, but any chance, officer, is there anything else you like from me? Because I have heard a trend that there's always like a 221G afterwards. I'd rather just help you out, make a decision now. If I were in the interview box, I would probably do that. Because to get 221G, and they always say, oh, you got to wait 180 days. That's a bunch of bullcrap. It's ridiculous. It's just them saying, I'm going to hold your file just because I want to. In my opinion. I mean, that's what it seems like. Because every time we sue them, there's never actually a legal problem. They just say, okay, we're just going to get around to it. You show up for another interview. Most people don't need a second interview. So anyway, that's why I think it's ridiculous. But yeah, bring all the evidence you can. Anu asks, what do you do with the status if you are from Mexico or India? Just to relatives, that obviously, that takes a long time. You'll be out of school. So yeah, that's another reason we talk about employment-based options here, because if you have to wait a long time through your sibling, anyway, your U.S. citizen sibling, brother or sister, you might as well try to get a company sponsor. Now, I know it may sound like I'm, what's it called? Like, you definitely there's websites out there where you can find jobs. Yes, the tech industry had a big layoffs the past couple months, the past year, or past 6 months at least. But that doesn't, I'm assuming it's a lot in the industry, really. If you have work experience, you don't have to have a college degree. There's a category called EB3C, and that is for unskilled workers, right? You don't even need certification to get a green card. So I think it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing, okay? And that's in that sense for America, it's just you got to be patient. I mean, I wouldn't be patient for 10 years, but employment-based is an option. So that's why we go on, live on LinkedIn every Wednesday, well, except yesterday, but we try to so that, we can share more of this kind of information to employers. But of course, employers in America, because I'm one too, I understand. Sometimes we play backwards, like in a hurry, but that's always a bad idea. We don't like to hire people in a hurry. We want to take our time, make sure it's the right fit, which is going to benefit y'all. If you hire us, we want to make sure someone fits our core values, understands our mission to help people live and work in America legally, And also, if they just have a bad attitude, that's not good, right? I'm all about customer service. You guys know that. So, anyways, let's see if you have any other questions. July, you ask on Instagram, how can I know if they give me a time bar? Nothing is mentioned on my voluntary departure paper. Okay, so you already got voluntary departure order or document from the court. There's already a bar because you typically the default, but they could have reduced it. Is if you're in court, they'll tell you, the judge will tell you have 120 days, and then you have to leave. Okay, you get up to 120 days in America, then you have to leave. If you have not left in that time frame, then you have automatic your voluntary departure order converts into order of removal, which means it's a 10-year restriction. Now, does it actually mean you have to wait 10 years? No. If you're eligible for a waiver, then you can apply for that. Okay, so it is possible to still get status. All right. But everyone's situation is different. So hopefully, July, you got that information. Correct, Anu. The example I just gave to somewhat bypass the 10 years is the EB3 unskilled. That's one option. Or E2. E2 investor, but that's, of course, if people have money, right, to start their own business or franchise. Now, there's no necessarily like a black and white rule, like invest $100,000 USD, but I would definitely say minimum 50,000. You definitely can't open up a lemonade stand. Okay, it's a serious deal here. You gotta have a business plan. You don't have to create the business plan yourself. You can hire another company to do it. We currently don't do that. We refer out just for efficiency purposes. But you can always prepare your own. Okay, so let's see here. But anyway, smash the hearts if you don't mind, and tap the screen on TikTok if you enjoy the way we share content here, share information, and ask a question and share your experience. Let me know how your case is going. Are y'all suffering any delays? Hopefully not, but many people are. Seems like at least 500,000 people still waiting outside America for an interview, unfortunately. So we do have solutions. Everyone we talk to about mandamus lawsuit or the case is delayed and they have a lawyer currently, and I asked them, just by any chance, I'm happy that y'all call us, but by any chance, does your current lawyer know about mandamus or offered that? Many immigration lawyers actually are not certified in certain courts. It's an extra step, but some people don't want to handle lawsuits. I find that kind of strange, to be honest, but I feel like that's another way we can accomplish our mission to help people live and work in America legally, because the government tends to delay the processing of cases, okay? So you got to get it done. If you are not completely sure if yours is like what we call unreasonable delay, welcome to call in, schedule appointment. We're happy to look at it, or one of our team members will look at it. We have basically like a chart for most case scenarios, depending on the stage of your case, so they can kind of give an idea. But otherwise, we're attorneys. We're always happy to chat with you about that as well. All right. Let's see here. All right, River Science. I see a question, or not a question, but your comment. July visa bulletin just came out. Yeah, I took a look today. Still not current. You may, your EB2. Okay, you may become out of school when your PD becomes current. Yikes. Yeah. Are you in master's program right now or PhD? Yeah, March 2023. Okay, so it's 3 months behind at least. Well, I don't know when. Oh, your PD is March 2023. Okay, got it. Let's see here. Let's see if I can pull up the visa bulletin real quick. Honestly, not my favorite subject, the visa bulletin. No one likes talking about it, but it's definitely important for sure. Definitely important. Everyone is frustrated with the visa bulletin. And if anyone's not familiar, visa bulletin is for those folks who are family preference category, so meaning not married to a U.S. citizen spouse. Maybe you're married to a permanent resident, then you rely on the visa bulletin, or for anything related to employment-based. for residency. Okay, so which country are you from? River Science? You may have told me before. Okay, yours shows 22. Yeah, February 22. Okay, so all chargeability. Okay, that's yours. Nepal. That's right. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. All right, let's see if any other questions. But don't be shy, even if you just want to check us out for now, see what we got to offer in terms of Q&A. It's all good. You're welcome to, again, schedule. If you just have one or two questions, you're welcome to call in and schedule an appointment. Our number is 720-740-4247. Okay, that's one of our numbers. And then, or you can answer a couple questions on our website, free visa quiz, or greencardguys.com. Absolutely, River Science, happy to help. No, yes, they do follow the visa bulletin as well. Definitely, they sure do. And let me see if I can share my screen real quick. Then I have to hop off for another meeting. But here's a July bulletin, if y'all haven't seen it. But it falls under third, other workers. Okay, down here. For example, I'm in the final action chart A, but that's where the unskilled workers would go. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. So let's see what's going on. Okay, so if you are shy and you don't want to call in, you want to answer the form yet, that's okay. I'm just sharing on YouTube and Facebook right over here. You check that out, and it's our free guide. We have a bunch of different ones. I just can't get the formation correct. Check it out, and the most popular one these days is suing for legal status. Mandamus lawsuit is the answer. Okay, it's your last case scenario. All right, so if you're suffering delays, we have a lot of people that have been, for example, asylum interview delay, haven't had an interview in, let's say, for example, 4 years minimum. Some people call us, they've been waiting 7 years. I know it's crazy because some people have gotten it after like a year or 2 years. Same thing for marriage cases or anything adjustment status related. You may have already had an interview and the officer said, yeah, case is good, thumbs up, give you the wink. Most officers don't actually tell you you're approved on the spot, because typically, I think for quality control and due diligence, they always have a supervisor. I assume, they to verify it, everything checked off. But some officers, when I've been at the interview, they pretty much tell us, yeah, you're going to be approved. You'll find out in like a week, or receive the approval notice in a week. But I don't know what it is, but I tend, this is not always the case, but it seems that most people that call us that have a delay, they don't have a lawyer, but some do, some do have a lawyer. So yeah, it's not to say that lawyer is bad or anything. It's just, I don't know. It's strange. I don't know. Maybe we're just fortunate. Our clients haven't suffered any significant delays. We found ways to get through it, like expedite request. No guarantee for your case, but we're happy to help. Okay. We're happy to evaluate for you. River Science, if you want to know about the fees for us to help you, it sounds like the next step for us for any help that you may need is the 485 application, right? You give us a call and you can just ask for a quote. But the best way really to save you the most time is just answer a few questions on our form. Okay, you can go to our website, greencardguys.com, and go to contact page. And there is actually a question, request a quote. And I know it seems weird. We didn't have that before, but some people just want to cut to the chase and they don't want to prolong the situation, right? Especially with timing. Timing matters. And that's part of what we offer. We have 3 service plans in general: Light, Pro, Max. Max is the most coverage, of course. And it's the key difference in any of those is a timing to file your case. 30, 60, 90. If it's employment based, like starting from the petition stage, then it's 45 days, or investor visa. Oh, that's what I meant. I think I did mention that for ANU. For you mentioned Mexico. Yeah, like E2 visa, for example. Hey, what's going on, Omar? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I think you mentioned about your case in Turkey. So hope that's going okay. Contact us if you need assistance or just talk about it. Alrighty, folks. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Today's Thursday, so I will see you tomorrow, okay? And for next week, I won't be live next week. I'm taking a little bit sabbatical for a week. Give me a little refresher. Give me a little break here. And yeah, we'll go from there, okay? Hey, Omar, you need to call us because you're asking about the interview timing. But give us a call, okay, Omar? All right. You'll have a good one. Thank you so much.